Welcome back to Toonz Academy. Today, I will show you how to animate your character talking without drawing mouth movements. This saves time and still make your animation look alive and expressive. Most beginner animators think talking means lip syncing every word. I can tell you that is not true. You can fake dialogue using body gestures, head movement, and speech bubbles, and it works great for cartoon skit or any means you want to use your animation for. In our full phone animation mastering course, you will learn real lip sync techniques, full dialogue scenes, and how to sync voices perfectly. The link is right in the description.
Ah, no vessel. I kiss my rest.
Let's animate. Let's create a project. Click on the plus sign to create a project. For this project, we'll be naming our project Talking with Zero Lip Sync. After this, we choose our canvas size. We select our canvas size to be YouTube 1080p to achieve the quality we need for our project. After this, we select our FPS, which is frame per second. Leave it at the default setting, which is 12 FPS. This is good for our project. Then what? We create project. So guys, our project is created and we are going to make this tutorial as beginner friendly as possible. Therefore, we are going to create a stick figure character to achieve this goal, and we are going to make this character talk without any form of lip sync. So in our first frame, what we have to do is to create our stick figure character to stand in a natural position by raising up hand, and we are going to work as well on the eyebrows. Now what our character is going to say in this project is that he's going to say that, hey, I am learning animation. So let's get down into it and let's create our stick figure character on the first frame. So guys, our stick figure character is set, and also our frame 1 is set. We have our stick figure character raising up his hand, and also his eyebrow is raised up. So next up, we go to the frame 2. What we are going to do in frame 2 is that we are going to give our character a slight tilt of his head. That is, we are going to bend the head slightly to give life to this character. So let's get into that quickly. So guys, our frame 2 is set, so our character's LT also set. Now with this, we have our frame 1, our character in neutral position with the hand raised up, and now our character has bent his head trying to call for attention. Hey, now we've achieved the saying hey. So let's progress with the third frame. So what we're going to be doing in third frame is that our character's hand is going to move out, pointing to something. That this is what I'm doing according to what we want to achieve for this project. So you have to achieve this with the body language, the facial expression. Without too much talk, let's go straight to frame 3, whereby our character is going to point at something. So now guys, our frame 3 is done. As we can see, our character now is pointing to something, and the facial expression as well is backing it up. You can see the eyeball of a character moving toward his right hand side, looking at something and at the same time pointing without even saying a word. Right from the first frame, you can see our character hands raised up, looking at someone's signal to someone, and bent the head kind of expression, and third frame pointing at something. So next up now we go to the fourth frame, which we are going to add a bounce or a nod to our character, giving more life to this character and affirming what our character is pointing at. And what our character is pointing at, we are going to get into that next up after we're done with our frame 4, 5, and 6. So guys, our frame 4 and 5 is done. So what we added to this character was basically a nod. You can as well add a bounce, applying squares and stretch, or you can actually add a nod. Basically this frame is to affirm, to confirm what our character is trying to say, gesticulating. So our character now, as you can see, is nodding, is nodding 4 and 5 for the nodding. So now for the last frame is to add up a thumbs up, or basically you can take back your frame 1 to the frame 6. But what we do is that we take back the frame 1, but the hand we change it to a thumbs up, saying okay at the end of the gesticulation. So let's get down to the frame 6 and let's make our character to do thumbs up. And if you are enjoying this video so far, you can give this video as well a thumbs up. Let's get down into it. So guys, our frame 6 is done and set. As we can see, we have our character giving that thumbs up, signifying okay. So the next thing we have to do now is to input our background. So basically we're going to give this character a classroom background. So I'm going to import our classroom background we use for our cartoon skit Bogo biology class. So I'm going to import the classroom background for this tutorial. So let's get the background. So from the background we now see what exactly our character is pointing at on the board, which is going to complement our character gesture, saying without any form of lip sync, and thereafter we import our speech bubbles. But right now let's import our background. Now guys, our background is imported and our stage it's set. So as we have it, we have our character pointing at this. See our character making a point towards that direction. Then we have this stage set as where our character is pointing at, basically topic and animation. So the next thing we have to add up now is to add up uh, the speech bubble with the text for our character. So the thing is that you can either draw your speech bubbles, or you can actually go on Google and search for speech bubble with transparent background. Then you download, then you import your speech bubble. So guys, our speech bubble is intact and in place. So what we have to do now is to position it to exact frame where our character is going to be, talking. So, and we're going to input the text right there. So firstly, let's position this where our character is going to say hey, which is when our character, bent its head. So we're going to position our speech bubbles near to our character's head, and we have to make it very clear. So now let's import the speech here. So now what do we have here? We have our speech bubble and we have the text whereby our character portrays what? Hey. And next up is to position our speech bubble to where our character said I am learning animation. I am learning animation. So you copy your speech bubble, go straight to the frame. Then we type in our text. So now we have our character speech bubble with the text I am learning animation. You copy that as well to the frame 6, whereby our character is nodding, affirming that he is learning animation. So next up, once we're done with that, we go to the other frame, place the speech bubble, and then we do our test, which is okay or alright. Okay guys, we done with our speech bubble and the text and hinted. So now what we need to do is that we need to adjust our timing. You need to adjust your timing, because if you play it, you will get any form of flexible sequence for your animation. So you have to keep 2 to 3 frames per movement, and we have to give a little flexible adjustment for our character, movement. Like for the first frame, when our character is saying hey, we have to give a small, movement to the hand, like waving hey, and also as it's pointing, we have to make the hand as well move, like our character is really pointing at something. And also we have to adjust the main staging where our character is pointing to. As you can see, the hand of our character little here, we have to make it visible, like performing an action pointing towards it in particular. And also as for here, we have to give it timing, like I said earlier on, when our character is nodding. And most importantly, as for the speech bubble, we have to animate it as well. Like when the speech bubble is about to come out, we have to zoom in, zoom out speech bubble. And also you can decide to paint your character head and the eye socket, and also we give it a little facial mouth expression. You can basically do that with lines as you want, and we taught that as well in our previous tutorial. You can check that. So now what we're going to do is that we're going to color quickly our character, and also we give our animation timing. Then we check how well our character talk without lip sync. let's get into that. In our course, we teach how to animate full acting from lip sync to emotional monologues using just your phone. Whether you are making a cartoon skit or character story, it's all covered step by step. You can also check our cartoon skits. These are all made with just phone. The link is in this video description. So guys, we done. We done with the coloring of our character and as well with facial expression and also with the speech bubbles, everything it has, and also we are done with the time adjustment. What is left now is for us to save our project, save your project, export and tag us HB Toonz Academy. So basically click on these three dots to save, then click on make movie, and once you're done click make movie. I believe by now you can animate a character talking without lip sync, and next week we will animate camera movement like zoom, pan and shake to bring your scenes to life. Subscribe so you don't miss it, and let me know what your character said in the comment section. This is HB Toonz Academy, where your phone becomes a full animation studio. Enjoy.